Hello, and welcome to Everyday Speaking Lab. Today, we are talking about likes and hobbies. You will learn useful words, simple questions, and natural answers to talk about the things you enjoy. Listen carefully, say the phrases with me, and answer the questions when it is your turn. Let's begin! People often talk about their likes and hobbies when they meet someone new. You can talk about hobbies with classmates, coworkers, friends, or family members. For example, someone may ask, "What do you like to do in your free time?" You can answer, "I like to watch movies," or "I enjoy cooking." Talking about hobbies is a simple way to start a friendly conversation. It helps you find things you have in common with another person. Maybe you both like music. Maybe you both enjoy sports. Or maybe you want to try the same new activity. Now, let's learn some important words and expressions. First, the expression free time. Free time is the time when you are not working or studying. For example, I read books in my free time. Say it with me. I read books in my free time. Now try it. I listen to music in my free time. Next, we have the word hobby. A hobby is an activity you do because you enjoy it. For example, photography is my favorite hobby. A hobby does not need to be difficult or expensive. Reading, walking, cooking, and drawing can all be hobbies. Another useful word is enjoy. When you enjoy something, it makes you feel happy or interested. For example, I enjoy watching comedy movies. Say it with me. I enjoy watching comedy movies. Notice that after enjoy, we often use a verb ending in ing. I enjoy reading. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy traveling. Now, let's look at the phrase, be interested in. When you are interested in something, you want to learn more about it or spend time doing it. For example, I'm interested in photography. Say it slowly. I'm interested in photography. Here is another example. I'm interested in learning English. Now we have the expression, be good at. We use be good at to talk about something we can do well. For example, I'm good at drawing. Maybe you are good at cooking, dancing, singing, or playing a sport. Say it with me. I'm good at drawing. Now change the activity. I'm good at cooking. Your turn. Complete the sentence with your own idea. I'm good at. Another useful expression is not very good at. We use this when we cannot do an activity very well. For example, I'm not very good at dancing. This is a natural and friendly way to talk about your abilities. Say it with me. I'm not very good at dancing. Next, we have the phrase, favorite activity. Your favorite activity is the activity you like the most. For example, my favorite activity is playing soccer. You can also say, reading is my favorite activity. Finally, let's learn the phrase, try something new. This means doing an activity for the first time. For example, I want to try something new this weekend. Maybe you want to try painting, swimming, yoga, or learning a musical instrument. Good! You now have several useful expressions for talking about hobbies. Let's put them into complete phrases. The first phrase is, I like listening to music. Listen again. I like listening to music. Say it with me. I like listening to music. You can change the activity. I like reading books. I like playing video games. I like going for walks. Now try your own sentence. I like. The next phrase is, I really enjoy cooking. The word really makes your answer stronger. I enjoy cooking is positive. I really enjoy cooking shows more interest. Say it with me. I really enjoy cooking. Now try another activity. I really enjoy watching movies. The next useful phrase is, my favorite hobby is photography. Listen to the parts. My favorite hobby is photography. Now say the complete sentence. My favorite hobby is photography. You can use many activities after this structure. My favorite hobby is reading. My favorite hobby is gardening. My favorite hobby is painting. Now, let's practice a question. What do you like to do in your free time? Listen again. What do you like to do in your free time? This question asks about the activities you enjoy when you are not busy. A possible answer is, I like to watch movies and spend time with my friends. A shorter answer is, I like reading. Now say the question with me. What do you like to do in your free time? Good. Another useful question is, do you have any hobbies? Say it with me. Do you have any hobbies? A natural answer is, yes, I enjoy cooking and taking photos. You can also say, yes, I like playing soccer. When you do not have a regular hobby, you can say, not really, but I like listening to music. Listen again. Not really, but I like listening to music. This answer sounds natural and keeps the conversation moving. Here is another useful phrase. I'm interested in learning how to play the guitar. This phrase is longer, so let's break it into parts. I'm interested in learning how to play the guitar. Now say the complete sentence. I'm interested in learning how to play the guitar. You can change the final activity. I'm interested in learning how to cook. I'm interested in learning how to dance. I'm interested in learning how to swim. The next phrase is, I usually do it on weekends. We use this phrase to say when we do a hobby. For example, I like hiking. I usually do it on weekends. Say it with me. I usually do it on weekends. You can also say, I usually do it after work. I usually do it in the evening. I usually do it with my friends. Now let's learn a useful response when another person likes the same thing. Me too. I love that. Say it naturally. Me too. I love that. You can use it in a conversation like this. I enjoy traveling. Me too. I love that. You can also say, that sounds fun. For example, I play tennis every Saturday. That sounds fun. These small responses show interest and make conversations feel more natural. Now, let's practice common questions and answers. What is your favorite hobby? Think about your answer. A model answer is, my favorite hobby is reading. A second answer is, I really enjoy playing basketball. Now it is your turn. What is your favorite hobby? Good. Here is the next question. What do you usually do on weekends? A possible answer is, I usually watch movies and relax at home. Another answer is, I go cycling with my friends. Your turn. What do you usually do on weekends? Now listen to this question. Do you like sports? You can answer, yes, I do. I like soccer and swimming. Or you can say, not very much. I prefer quiet activities. The word prefer means you like one thing more than another. For example, I prefer reading to playing sports. Now answer the question. Do you like sports? Here is another question. What kind of music do you like? A model answer is, I like pop music. Another possible answer is, I like many kinds of music, but rock is my favorite. Now you answer. What kind of music do you like? Let's continue. How often do you practice your hobby? How often asks about frequency. A possible answer is, I practice 3 times a week. Another answer is, I usually practice on Saturday mornings. Now answer with your own information. How often do you practice your hobby? Good work. Now listen to this question. Who do you do it with? A possible answer is, I usually do it alone. Excellent! You are not only listening, you are creating your own answers. Now, let's practice a short conversation. Imagine that two coworkers are having lunch together. They are talking about what they do after work. The first person asks, "What do you like to do after work?" The other person answers, "I usually go to the gym or watch a movie." The first person says, "That sounds nice. Do you like going to the gym?" The other person answers, "Yes, I do. I go 3 times a week. What about you?" The first person says, "I'm not very interested in the gym, but I love cooking." The other person responds, "Really? What do you like to cook?" The first person answers, "I like making pasta and simple Mexican food." Then the other person says, "That sounds delicious." Now, let's look at some important phrases from that conversation. What about you? Is a simple way to return a question. Listen to this example. I like playing tennis. What about you? The other person can answer, I prefer swimming. Say it with me. What about you? Another useful phrase is, really? This small word shows surprise or interest. For example, I love cooking. Really? What do you like to cook? The question helps the conversation continue. The phrase, that sounds delicious, is a positive response when someone talks about food. For other hobbies, you can say, that sounds fun, or that sounds interesting. Let's practice a second short conversation. This time, imagine that you meet someone at a language class. The first person asks, do you have any hobbies? The other person answers, yes, I enjoy taking photos. The first person asks, what do you usually photograph? The other person says, I like taking photos of nature and cities. The first person responds, that sounds interesting. Do you use a camera? The other person answers, sometimes, but I usually use my phone. This conversation uses simple questions to learn more about another person. Do you have any hobbies? What do you usually photograph? Do you use a camera? Each question connects naturally to the answer before it. Now, let's create a small conversation together. I will ask you a question. Answer with your own information. What do you like to do in your free time? Now I ask, how often do you do it? Next question. Do you do it alone or with other people? And one final question. Why do you like it? You can say, because it is relaxing. Because it is fun. Because it helps me stay healthy. Or, because I can spend time with my friends. Now give your answer. Why do you like it? Very good. Let's review what you learned today. You learned how to talk about your free time and your hobbies. You can say, I like listening to music. I really enjoy cooking. My favorite hobby is reading. I'm interested in learning how to play the guitar. I'm good at drawing. I'm not very good at dancing. You also practice useful questions. What do you like to do in your free time? Do you have any hobbies? What is your favorite hobby? How often do you practice? Who do you do it with? And, is there a new hobby you want to try? Remember to show interest when another person speaks. You can say, me too. That sounds fun. That sounds interesting. Or simply, really? You can now start a simple conversation about likes and hobbies, answer common questions, and ask another person about their interests. Keep practicing your answers aloud. The more you use these phrases, the more natural they will feel. Thank you for practicing with me today. Keep listening, Keep speaking and enjoy your English journey.